it. And it's so true that again, it's the mentality, and it's also the decision, Barbara, that I'm not going to play the victim anymore. This happened. It was bad. It was unfortunate, but I am not going to feel this way
No.
anymore. And I feel like there's such power in that because
Yeah.
that's what I had done for so long. And I'm like, why am I not feeling better? Because I wanted pity. I wanted people to see, can you believe all these things have happened to me? And instead of trying to just fully forgive, fully release, change my perception, look at the beautiful, heroic people who were in my life that God gave me,
Yeah.
um, and shift really how I look at it. And that's when things really began to change for me. Still want to be a victim instead of a victor.
Yeah.
And find that freedom in Christ alone. And like you said, it was so profound.
It is. It
Through
is.
surrendering, that is when we're truly conquering.
Yes.
And until we're able to get that, like you have moments with people, you have a few minutes, and sometimes you see the light bulb go off right then after decades
Yeah.
of someone suffering. And so I feel like it's so true. It's how we're looking at things. If we're going to continue to want to see it as bad and it's forever ruined us, that's how it's going to stay.
That's right. If you say you can, you will. And if you say you can't, you're right. You won't.
Yes.
And that's the other thing I like explaining is the power of the will. And the power of the will, it's everything. As
Right.
one writer said, what we need to understand is the true force of the will. This is the governing power in the nature of man. It's the power of a decision or of choice. It's actually all the way that you see it. And I want to share with you a poem that someone very close wrote to me. And when she wrote this poem, she was only 18 and she'd been sexually abused by her father for 11 years. She said there was a beautiful bud, a perfect little bud, a rosebud, but someone pulled some of the petals off and with heavy boots trod them into the ground. But the bud developed into a beautiful rose. I think what a powerful
Wow.
poem from a young girl
Yes.
to
Yes.
be able to voice that and
Yes.
to acknowledge the petals were pulled off too soon,
Right.
to acknowledge that they'd even been crushed into the ground, but that bud grew into a beautiful rose.